OG NRG strut bar.
It's got a ton of oil pressure with VR1 in it.
What's the motor?
It's sleeved LSV GSR head.
So similar to my long block.
Similar to your long block. It's 9.5 compression, Eagle rods, full dual valve springs, titanium retainers, tuner 2 cams.
Tuner 2?
Tuner 2.
Okay.
Gato intake manifold, 2200cc FID injectors, custom built turbo manifold, BorgWarner S472 72mm turbo, FCS 5-gallon tank, and a Magna Fuel 750 pump, dash 10 full feed, running on Honda S300. Just basic build.
So when is this getting tuned?
The goal is this Sunday.
Yeah?
Yeah, if everything goes as planned.
If you had to say one thing to all the people who say, oh, Shane doesn't have a car. Oh, Shane is just an Accord guy. What would you say?
Shane is an all-around guy, and I have something that not very many people have seen because it's been dormant for a very long time. And hopefully within the next couple of days, it'll be tuned, and we'll actually be out doing things with Pablo. It'll be a battle to see who goes nines first.
Ooh. So
Except it's
right
going to
now,
be Pablo.
I mean, my car's already tuned and everything. I already have it almost dialed in. What's your end goal with this?
I want to go 950s, 960s, like 155-ish mile an hour.
And you're shooting for power-wise on what and what fuel?
Hopefully like 700, 750-ish.
Okay.
On C85. And just keep it conservative right now. Like as you guys can see with Pablo, you don't need a bunch of horsepower to go fast. It all comes down to driver and the setup. So I mean, once it gets dialed in, 750, it should easily go nines, go mid nines at least.
Absolutely.
And then we'll see what happens from there. I mean, this car hasn't been down the drag strip since 2006. What is that?
Wow, that's
12 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So 12 years.
What's the whole story on the car?
So basically my dad and I got this car. Mainly my dad. I was in like the 3rd grade. We saved it from a junkyard. And back when you can actually buy cars from junkyards.
Right.
And it was like missing a door, and it was missing all kinds of stuff. And it was originally red. And if you look on the inside, there's no red in here really. The whole car has been repainted. But basically we got the car, and basically it returned from ashes like a phoenix. And
you have a name for her?
Not yet. You know, I like to call it Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea?
Yeah.
It's a good name with the color.
Habichuela, whatever, depending on if you're Spanish or not. Yeah, we got it running. It was a stock bottom end LS. Built head with JG 303 cams, like old school technology, on 100 shot. And that setup made 251, and it went 11.8 at 118 or 116.
Nice, really good. With
And
this
then,
chassis, right?
The way the car is sitting, basically, minus the drivetrain. And then from there, that same day, actually, it was like a Nopi event or something, or Battle of the Imports.
Okay.
And we bumped up the shot to like 150 because of the class that we were running. And that is actually when it went 11.8 and it blew the motor on that pass.
Damn.
Then after that, the car sat for a little bit. We got a K series. We put a K24 in it.
In this?
Yeah,
this had a K for a while?
Yeah, it had a K.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It never ran with it.
I actually never knew that.
Yeah, it had a K24. And the turbo was basically in the same spot. We had everything made up for it.
Okay.
But back then it was like circa 08, 09.
Mm-hmm.
So K swaps were still
fairly
fairly expensive and fairly new.
Yeah.
So
not as widely available as it is today, especially.
Yeah. So we ended up parting it out, and we sold we sold the whole swap and everything, and then this motor and transmission actually came out of a friend of ours, Integra, and excuse me. Back then, it was a full interior red Integra GSR. He drove it to the track, put slicks on it, and the car went 11.2 at like 125 mile an hour with a GT35 turbo, log manifold, and it was tuned by CFT at the time. Mm-hmm. So the motor's fairly old. It's not necessarily tired. It compression tests really well. It's just the motor was built old technology.
Yeah.
So personally, if it ever, I guess I could say once it blows, I definitely want to do like a high comp GSR kind of thing. Probably like an 11 and a half to 1 compression motor.
Yeah. On good fuel, that's a really nice setup.
Yeah. And definitely, especially with the turbo, the car can't really fit any classes.
Yeah. Because
the turbo's too big. Like the True Street class, I think their turbo limit's 62. Mm-hmm. And I think Sport front wheel drive is 66. I know YouTube's going to correct me if I'm wrong.
I got no idea neither, so.
I think it's something like that. And then I think in Sport front wheel drive, if you run a 72 mil turbo, the car has to weigh in at like 2450 or something without the driver. And that I have to. It probably weighs 2450 with me in it, and I'm 300 pounds. So, yeah, I'm not a. As you guys see, my shorts are tight because I'm a big boy.
So many comments on that. So many comments.
Everybody likes my hips, apparently.
Oh, they love them.
They don't lie, guys. They don't lie. Trust me.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hopefully it makes good power, and we'll run. All I want to do, I don't really want to run classes. Maybe like some no prep stuff, because like I was saying, the car can't really qualify for any of the typical Honda classes. So maybe some no prep stuff. Mm-hmm. But I honestly just want to be able to go to the track, run 960s, 950s, and then load the car up and go home happy. Like, if it blows, it blows. Obviously, I mean, it's.
You got to be prepared with that mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like we're daily driving these cars, obviously.
This car's definitely not a daily driver, and I'm gonna try to see if I can drive it on the street. We'll see how it goes, but C85 isn't cheap. Yeah. It's $55 for 5 gallons.
Yeah, it's right under 60 with tax and everything.
And this car only has a 5 gallon tank as it is, so it's not gonna be very.
A lot more expensive than my $10 Phillips.
Yeah, I wish I could run E85, but the tuner says if I want anything over 700, E85 might not be consistent enough. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, you could go E85R or something like that, but that gets pricey too.
Yeah, VP sells the R, and then Ignite is, I think, what I'm going to switch to.
The E98?
E98, yeah. Consistent. It's more expensive, but it's super consistent, more octane and everything. And
I was trying to find somebody who had that, but nobody around here has it.
If I'm not mistaken, Kings carries it.
Kings carries it?
If I'm not mistaken, Kings carries it. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong on YouTube all the time. So, but I think that
YouTube will remind you.
Yeah, they'll let me know. They always.
Not if you're right. If you're right, they won't say anything. But if you're wrong, you're gonna get drilled.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean. Oh, also, it was tuned on Microtech before. Old school. But, yeah.
This is the old ECU right there?
Yeah,
old
Microtech? That's the old Microtech. I made that whole little panel. It looks disgusting right now, but...
It holds it.
Huh?
I said it holds it.
Oh, yeah. So, the motor ran on Microtech, and I learned how to tune the Microtech. It was the biggest pain. Do not suggest. I know the rotary guys love it, but
Microtech's not all that bad. I mean, I don't know how to tune them, but I know a lot of people who have great success with them.
I don't mind them, but like the software is really hard to work with.
Really?
So and when you buy a Microtech, you have to use a special adapter to plug your computer into it, and it's just it's a headache. But also, I do plan on going coil on plug like Pablo. So
Robert Burton kit.
Burton Racing.
Oh yeah.
So that whole panel is basically, I made that panel when it was still running on the Microtech and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just made that so that everything was in the car and away from everything. So, but once we go coil unplug, all of that's gonna come out of there, and the floor will be really clean. And I do plan on putting a passenger seat in here, and I am gonna put carpet back in it, and make it more streetcar like. Forward from the seats back, the seats
half
forward.
car forward, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, right now it's just in pieces because I'm trying to get everything in order. Power, like, this is for the cutoff in the back.
He's got it wired over here.
Yeah, it's all in the back.
Golden Eagle diffuser. What brand wing is that?
CWB.
Okay.
CWB wing. It's got 13 by 10 and 15 by 3.5 blacks.
So same wheel setup as mine.
Yeah,
different company, but
24 and a
same
half
size.
by 9 wheels. It's
Tires?
What's that?
24 by 9 tires.
24 by 9, 24 and a half by 9.5.
So we got a little bit of street on there. Make sure it tunes good. It's on the 93 right now. He's not doing the race fuel until he gets to the dyno later on this week. The what?
The speed sensor's not working, so it tries to go into two-step while driving. And
oh man.
I'll probably end up having to run wires directly from the ECU to the VSS and make it work, because if the VSS doesn't work, then we don't have two-step and swap at the pause and all that good stuff.
And we love swap at the thoughts.
That's all we do, Poppy. Send it.
Oh yeah. But that pretty much sums up the video for today. Just really wanted to show you guys the other build that Shane has in the works. He's got the wagon, the daily coupe back there, a bunch of stuff. But if you guys have any more questions about it, feel free to leave the questions down in the comment section below. As always,
I'm always watching the comment section. Even when you guys talk all that crap about me, I'm watching.
Where's that?
I don't know where it went.
Ah! Burn the house! Spider?
I just don't trust him. How dare you?
You guys gotta move now.
Yep, we're out of here.
You gotta move. Burn the house. Yeah, make sure to check out the description. I've got his channel linked down below, as well as his social media. Make sure to hit that like button, Snapchat, Instagram, all that good stuff. And if you aren't already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Unless you're one of those people who hate on us a lot.
And give us all the thumbs downs and talk all the crap. Lock it up, fam. Come get it.
Run your car, not your mouth. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your night and have a good one.
Okay, bye.